location. I've come for an AI event in Delhi, and I thought that let's join it from here. Otherwise, I might miss this because the way back home is going to be a bit late, and there's a traffic.
Sorry, there was some technical glitch. I hope I'm audible now and you guys are able to see me. I'm really sorry. It's late. थोड़ा late हो गया मेरे को join करने में. But yeah, there are few topics which I wanted to cover in this LinkedIn live session. Of course, it is AMA, so feel free to ask any questions you want. Just ask me anything. But just to start with, GPT 5.2 has been dropped by OpenAI, and it has been creating a lot of waves and buzz around internet. Not that of a great hype, like how Gemini 3 or Nano Banana Pro had earlier, 2 weeks back. But it is good compared to all the previous version of GPT models. It is good with logical reasoning. It is good with articulation, cognitive frictions. When I say cognitive friction, the way we think about the world and try to solve the problem with number of different perspectives, we tend to see a lot of problems in our cognitive abilities. That's where I think they are when they are focusing now at this point of time. So yeah, feel free to check it out. GPT 5.2 is there, and use it for multiple applications. Experiment it. If you have any problems, try to build any workflows using those. क्योंकि वर्कफ्लो यूज करके अगर कुछ बिल्ड किया आपने उसको यूज करके कोई वर्कफ्लो बिल्ड किया देन आई थिंक इट वुड बी अ ग्रेट अपॉर्चुनिटी टू लर्न एंड बिल्ड समथिंग एंड डिप्लॉय इट. So yeah, that's one thing which I wanted to mention in this LinkedIn live session that 5.2 is live and you guys can definitely go and check it out. The other thing which I've noticed is, yeah, and it was pretty random. So I was scrolling through LinkedIn during my weekdays, and I came across this LinkedIn post by Google Workspace. So I follow a lot of tech handles on LinkedIn as well. And I came across Google Workspace, one of the slide where they had mentioned all the trending AI stuff happening by Google. Of course, Google is doing Gem. Of course, Google is come up with Nano Banana Pro, which is one of the best models so far. But there's one more service which I discovered, and that is also not new. It is bit old, like 5 6 years old, but it is very less talked about, and it's called as Google App Sheet. Now, Google App Sheet, how does it help us? Is imagine 10 years back we were building mobile applications, Android application, iOS application, and these applications were built by using either say Kotlin, Java, or React Native for that matter. And somebody might want to build a native applications in Android, native application in iOS, then come hybrid application development. So React Native and Flutter took over. And that's how the mobile application development happened. To build any mobile applications 10 years back, we wanted proper ID and environment, right? For Apple, for Apple Store applications, we wanted Xcode, something called Xcode, where we used to go and implement the code there to build an app. Now we needed ID. We needed invites to see like how the application looks like for debugging stuff. We used to have that. We used to have Postman for checking the APIs are working fine or not. So and it was a lot of efforts and headache for a developer first of all. And as an organization, the development speed is a bit slow. Now, how Google Sheet is going to help us is it is giving us a fully complete environment where You can build application, you can test application, you can somewhat publish, not highly accurately publish on App Store and Play Store, but somewhat publish it and check how it is looking. Along with that, it has a lot of configurations which you can definitely use. Like if there's a app screen on your mobile application, say sign up is one of the page you want to build. You need a logo, you need a header, you need a footer, you need a sidebar, you might need some main body elements, right? All of these elements combinedly includes one mobile page. Now, Google Apps Sheet provides you a forum where you can drag and drop all the features. You can configure that which logo do you want, which logo do you do not want. You can upload those logos, you can customize that, you can change the size of it, you can change the color of it. It is highly customizable. So while building, even I built one inventory management system just for checking that how good it is. Is it going to replace some of my colleagues in my team who are working on mobile application? And trust me, it was good. It was very close to being a solid framework for building a mobile application. That is one thing which I can definitely tell you. And I really loved it. And that's the probably one of the reason that why I'm suggesting to all of you to check it out. Yeah. So that's one. Um, Another thing which I wanted to tell you, like before we jump into the second segment, maybe I can take some questions if you have. Innovators, if not, feel free to watch it later as well, whenever time permits you. Um, but yeah, that is these are two things which I wanted to let you know, and keep the questions coming if you guys have any questions here. Otherwise, even after live ends, if you feel like watching after the stream, if you have any questions in mind, feel free to drop it. I'll be able to answer those async as well whenever I get time and I pull up my LinkedIn again. I'll definitely reply to this. Another thing which I wanted to really highlight was career tips recently, because I continue having these discussions with my team colleagues, my teammates, about what are the top three career advice you would give to a 20-year-old student who will lose their money, or a fresher, as a fresher he has joined corporate and IT sector. Those advices. I do ask them, and in the past 10 years, I've realized like some important things which I would like to highlight here as well. And I keep on repeating those things, some of those things in my every AMA sessions. In these sessions, I have three main things to uh, pass on. One is reading books. So one of the very underrated skill set or a hobby or a activity is reading books. With the advent of GenAI, the tools like ChatGPT and other tools, people have lost the touch of reading things, right? They read less and do more nowadays, which is not good for your neural capabilities, because if you do not use your brain, uh, then it would stop working. The part of your brain would stop working. I'll explain you how. Long back, when our ancestors were doing farming, they were mainly into physical labor, right? They were mainly into physical labor. They used to go to farms, do cropping, seeding, everything that happens in farm. They used to do. Right? There was a lot of physical activities. Then suddenly the industrial revolution happened, mobile revolution happened, IT revolution happened. Now people are sitting in IT corporate offices on a chair. There is no highly involved physical labor as such. There is no physical exercise, and that's when this gym trend started happening a couple of decades back, and um everybody started hitting the gym because 10 to 15 hours people sits just on a single chair, or they're not moving enough. They started hitting gym, do physical exercises just for the. I think the one primary reason was keep your body moving. Otherwise, it will lose the touch and you will have a lot of side effects if you don't move your body and have those physical exercises, right? So that's one very good example of if you stop using your body, then you might lose some capabilities of your body. Exactly like that, AI is killing your brain, your neural capabilities nowadays. A part of your brain which is um, responsible for taking various actions, responsible for thinking enough before acting on something. It will stop working or stop functioning or it will degrade functioning after a certain point of time once you stop relying on it and you rather rely on ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity or some other AI tools. If you start over relying on that, that over reliance might kill your cognitive abilities. And that might lead to not so good future as a humanity because you might lose a lot of cognitive abilities of thinking, collaborating with each other. So first advice is read books. That is very important. It gives you a lot of good insights about the world, about the area that you are in if you want to read any relevant books. And it is oil to your brain basically. So keep using that. I had pretty much interesting examples to give as well, like some more examples. There was a very good study happened in London, I guess. Forgetting it now. But in London, before the advent of Google Maps, the taxi drivers knew all the streets, what is the shortest path to reach the destination from source. Taxi drivers knew it all, right? Before advent of Google Maps. So they used to show up in the morning, get the ride, and take a passenger and reach the destination. And while doing that, from traveling from source to destination, they know the shortest path. But the problem happened is once the Google Maps dropped in, they stopped thinking about shortest map because Google Maps used to, or even now, shows you the shortest path like take right, take left. We're just following Google Maps. We're not using enough of our brains to find out those ways, which is good as well. But every technology has a side effects. So what happened is the study which was conducted long back and the study which was conducted later, after like before Google Map and after Google Map. After Google Map, what was observed was there was the part of your brain which is responsible for taking navigations and thinking about it. It start it started functioning less. It started degrading, and there was a massive performance drop in that part of your brain. So that is one good example of that, which I wanted to give you all. Right. So read books, guys. Second is there are a lot of good advices that I have, apart from reading books. But one which I've realized later, like after 25, I've realized that travel. Travel is very important. I was never a believer of traveling a lot coming out of home. In fact, now if you can see, even now, I have come to one of event and I'm traveling here, try to connect people, network with people, learn from them. So if you travel a lot, it exposes you to the opportunity to meet a lot of people, the new people, which opens the new opportunities, new ideas, new discussions, new perspectives. So you get to learn very different perspectives and think about it, right? So that's a very interesting thing about travel. And travel also makes you feel how small we are as a human being, right? The world is so big. Like if you're just sitting in a room and thinking about that, okay, I'm a king of the world. No, you're not. You just come out of a home and just travel, at least your country, you will realize that how big it is, and you will start that will make you feel grounded. So travel is second advice I would give. Um, and the third advice which I wanted to give you all was the communication presentation skills are very important. You have to build something in public nowadays to grab the lot of opportunities, right? So if you are just relying on resume, Naukri, LinkedIn, is not enough to get opportunities. If you want just a basic job, that's fine. But if you want to crack a really good opportunity, you have to build in public. So whatever you do coding, you do product, you do a lot of other stuff, build that in public, show proof of what you've built to the people so that if me as a recruiter want to see what you guys do, I would just go hit your portfolio and see what you have built. I would go and see some of your videos you have creating. Let's say you have created some good mobile application and you have a video recorded of that. I will see that 50% of my job is that okay, this guy is really worth it. Just give him a chance at least and get him for the interview, right? So build in public. That builds your organization ultimately. But third advice is build in public. So yeah, these were the three advices, guys. I want to give you all. And I pause for any questions. Yes, yes. I don't see any questions coming in, but maybe I'll just sum up this particular session with one news, um, which is about the life update. Maybe that I traveled and came to Delhi a month back, as most of you are already aware of. I had a very exciting opportunity here. I enjoyed a lot in my current company. It was a great company I worked with. And while working here, I had grabbed another role, another opportunity in some other company, which, considering profile, prospect, and few other things, I find it like myself fit more in that organization. And yeah, the current organization was awesome, but I would like to grab that opportunity, and I'm moving out of Delhi now. So I'm heading back to Mumbai probably in 2 3 weeks time from now onwards, and I've got a new opportunity which is in UAE. I'm not sure. I'll announce that on LinkedIn soon, which company I'm joining and all. But yeah, I've moved on my career. The opportunity looks amazing. Like I'm getting an exposure to tech and pre-sale, both in just one profile, and getting exposure. I would like to getting to travel to Dubai as well, which the whole idea is not a fancy Dubai trip, but I wanted to go and meet people there, like how, because Dubai is a global exposure. Dubai gives a lot of global exposure, so I want to try that as well. So probably Dubai, and from there maybe wherever the life takes. But I'm really excited for this opportunity, and yeah, just wanted to share with you all that I'll be moving on to that company soon. And I might announce that probably on Monday, maybe. On Monday, I'm going to announce that. Yeah, that is one thing I wanted to share. And is there any questions so far? I don't see any questions. And we might end this stream early today because I wanted to catch it for an AI event. But feel free to drop your questions. I didn't want to miss this AMA session, guys. I love this. That's why even I'm out right now. But I thought let's just jump in and see what's happening. Amazing. All right. I'll just wait for a few minutes and see if there's any questions. If there's any question. Okay. I don't think so. Okay. Hey, Mariadas. I'm good. I'm good. How are you? Hope you're doing great as well. Right, guys. Maybe I'll just sign it off. And if you guys have any questions, I'm more than happy to take even a sync after this session as well. So feel free to drop your questions, and I would uh, loop you in. I'll connect with you later. So thank you and take care. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.